Okay, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video link. I'm here with the incredible Mary Martin from CrossFit Delaware Valley. My name is Rob Miller, also from CrossFit Delaware Valley. I wanted to spend a couple minutes with you today, this morning, Mary, and talk a little bit about CrossFit and your experience.
Okay.
Cool. So, if you could, tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, well, my background is, high school and kind of running track and that kind of stuff. I joined the military, spent about 20 years in the military.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time on fitness, training soldiers, and also training myself. And I left the military and I became a civilian. And I know that kind of people are like, what's a civilian? That just means I no longer wear the uniform, but I work for the Department of Defense. And so my background is a lot of fitness and a lot of military.
You were stationed all over the world, right? You did a lot of different assignments.
Stationed all over the world, had my times in the sandbox and had some times in some third world countries. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
The fitness was probably pretty important for your job, or really just your safety in your life, actually.
Yeah, fitness was not only for myself, but it was important that we trained our soldiers and made sure our soldiers were physically fit.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough, I had most of my units had won awards for fitness. We were the best fitness unit in the whole dental command.
Oh, wow.
So that made me the highest average for physical fitness.
Oh, that's terrific.
So
how did you find CrossFit?
CrossFit. It's very interesting how I found CrossFit. When I left the military, I gained a lot of weight because I just didn't have that drive that I had before. I joined LA Fitness and I worked there for a while, but I still wasn't seeing anything. So on CNN, on the website, it says, "Is your gym membership worth it?" Right around Christmas time. And I was reading about it, and they talked about the new fitness craze of CrossFit. I said, oh, there's probably not one in my area. I Googled it, like everybody Googles. I found CrossFit Delaware Valley, and I called, and I went over, and of course I met Rob. It was a small group, and I was actually very intimidated, and I thought I knew a lot about fitness, and I went, still a little leery, but after about the first 2 workouts, I realized that this is what I needed. The team was the most important thing that I needed, actually, because in the military, you always work out as a team, you always work out together, you always encourage one another. And so that was really one of the biggest things, and it pushed me past my limits. I gotta say, this is probably the fittest I've been in probably all my military career, and I really wish I had known about CrossFit when I was in the military.
Yeah, so you think it would be an effective way to train soldiers?
Absolutely. Not only is it an effective way to train soldiers, you're starting to see it a lot more in the military magazines, the Army Times, Navy Times, Marine Corps Times, that CrossFit is one of the standards that they're using now.
Yeah. And
the gyms are setting up CrossFit sections where soldiers can go in and do workouts.
Oh, cool.
With kettlebells, yeah, because Rich said he was down in Andrews Air Force Base and had a whole side section.
Okay, very nice. So you had mentioned there for a second that you had gained some weight. We recently posted some pictures of Mary on our website with sort of the before and after shots of Mary's astounding weight loss. Tell us a little bit about that. How did that happen?
Well, it's funny, the before pictures were part of a group that we were trying to do, like The Biggest Loser. We all took before pictures, and the big joke was that once we lost our weight, we would burn the pictures. And I didn't quite burn my pictures, I just deleted them from the hard drive, but I keep them with me everywhere I go. And the reason why is because when I left the military, I gained about 16 pounds. And it wasn't because I wasn't working out, because I still did my same, I would run and do push-ups and sit-ups, just like the military, but I didn't have the team behind me. And I gained about 16 pounds in probably about a 6-month period. That's when I realized I had a problem. I found CrossFit techniques, and I just started working out. And I really, in the very beginning, it was difficult because CrossFit is difficult. But I work with the trainers, and one of the key things is working with the trainers, and they were able to watch me and make sure that I didn't get hurt, didn't overtrain, didn't do anything that was crazy. And in the beginning, it was slow. It was maybe a pound, maybe 2 pounds, and then about 2 months into it, the weight just really started coming off. And as far as the diet piece goes, I didn't go out and do anything extreme. I didn't take diet pills. I didn't eat only protein and carbs. The change to my diet came when I stopped eating McDonald's and that kind of fast food stuff. But I dedicated myself to CrossFit, and anybody that knows me knows, Saturday mornings I won't go anywhere because the first thing they'll say is, "You have CrossFit, will you give it up?" And they know I won't. So, so in about 6 month period, I lost most of my weight. But what I would say was that even after that, my body started changing, and it wasn't so much a weight loss thing as it was a body transformation, and that's really what I love about it. You know, after a year, almost 19 months now, my body is still changing, and you know, for me, it's not about weight now. It's about, you know, making sure my body's the right shape, right size, and I get stronger and faster.
Yeah, more performance goals rather than aesthetic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, just watching what I eat.
Yeah.
But the transformation, you know, is about 6 months, and I actually have an in-between picture where it doesn't even look as good as the other one. I took a picture about the 6 or 8 month mark when I'd lost the weight. And it looked good because I lost the weight, but I didn't have some of the definition that I have now. So there's always new goals. There's not like, okay, I lost the weight, I'm done.
Yeah.
There's always new goals.
Right. So if you had a new CrossFitter come into our gym and, you know, starry-eyed, hey, you know, I want to do this thing. How do I do it? I want to do it right. You know, what kind of advice would you give that person?
First thing I would say is don't be intimidated. You know, and you know, really dedicate yourself to the process. And it's intimidating, I know, when you first walk into the gym. There's a lot of people, some are at different skill levels, but I would say don't be intimidated. The trainers here, or the trainers anywhere, I'm sure, you talk to them, you tell them what you want, what your goals are, and once they understand that, they're going to be with you the whole way. Be dedicated, make time for it. I mean, that's the key, is you know, you can't make excuses. Like my family definitely knows that at certain times, like, I'm not available, I go to CrossFit. And I would say, you know, be ready. You're going to be sore some days. You know, there's going to be some days when you feel too sore. If you're really too sore, you don't come. But for the most part, come and push yourself, and find somebody at your same level, maybe a little bit ahead of you, and then start chasing them. Chase them the whole time. Meg.
Meg's gonna love that.
There's your shout out, Meg.
Yeah.
But you always chase somebody. You should always chase somebody, and you know, another thing that I learned from the trainers is that form is the most important thing. And before you run up the weights, so you can tell somebody you lifted, you know, 300 pounds, make sure your form is dead on. I've not gotten hurt in this gym. I've been here for 19 months, and I've been lifting some heavy weights I've never ever lifted in my life.
Yeah.
At weight levels I never lifted in my life, and I spend a lot of time on form and making sure that that's good, and they spend a lot of time on form.
Yeah, that was always one thing we noticed about you, is you were pretty conservative in the way that you added weights, and I think that's contributed to your injury record for sure.
Yeah, so really, I mean, but really the most important thing is to dedicate yourself to your goals, and it's a joint effort between your trainer and yourself. They can take you so far, and then it's up to you to push yourself beyond what they send you to. And that's my goal.
Cool, very nice. Well, thank you very much for spending time talking with me and with you.
I'll sign pictures later.
Yeah, you're gonna have your book and everything, right? Paparazzi, very nice.
Paparazzi.
All right, well, this is Rob Miller, Mary Martin. We're gonna sign off, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks. Very good.
That was